Imagine this: bullets ripping through a peaceful Sunday morning prayer service, flames erupting from the altar where families once gathered in faith. In just seconds, a sacred sanctuary turns into a scene of unimaginable horror. What if the next target is your local church? Good morning. This is Libo News, and today we're diving into a story that's shaking communities across America. Just hours ago, in the quiet township of Grand Blanc, Michigan, southwest of Flint, a gunman stormed into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints during worship. He didn't just shoot, he allegedly rammed his vehicle through the front doors, opened fire on parishioners, and then set the building ablaze in what authorities are calling a deliberate act of terror. At least 2 people are dead, including the 40-year-old suspect from nearby Burton who was gunned down by responding officers, and 8 others are fighting for their lives in hospitals. Picture the chaos: screams echoing off stained glass windows, smoke choking the air as firefighters battle the inferno that gutted this house of worship. Hundreds had gathered for services, now scattered in terror. Eyewitnesses describe hiding under pews, clutching loved ones, while the shooter, armed and unhinged, unleashed hell on a congregation simply seeking solace. Police swarmed the scene within minutes, with over 100 FBI agents now assisting the probe, but not before the damage was done. As of this broadcast, investigators are piecing together motives, scouring the suspect's background for clues, especially amid the church's grief over the death of its 101-year-old president, Russell M. Nelson, just last night. Was it a grudge against the faith, a spiral into extremism, or the heartbreaking unraveling of a mind pushed to the brink, possibly time to exploit the mourning? We don't have all the answers yet, but one thing's clear: this isn't isolated. In response, big cities are on high alert. The LAPD and NYPD are ramping up patrols at synagogues, mosques, churches, every place where people pray, out of pure caution. It's a grim routine in America. After one attack, we fortify the flock. And why? Because history screams warnings. Just over a month ago, on August 27th, a shooter in Minneapolis blasted through the windows of Annunciation Catholic Church during Mass for the new school year, killing 2 innocent children, ages 8 and 10, and wounding 17 others, including 14 kids and 3 elderly parishioners in their 80s mid-prayer. That bloodbath left scars that haven't faded, with the suspect, a woman obsessed with harming children, later confirmed dead. But let's pause and unpack this deeper, because surface headlines won't cut it, and here's where it gets real. Why are houses of worship becoming ground zero for violence? First, the raw stats. FBI data shows reported hate crime incidents dipped slightly to 873 in 2024 from the year before. But religious bias offenses remain a brutal chunk. Thousands targeting faiths from Mormons to Muslims, Sikhs to Jews, fueled by a 30% surge in anti-religious attacks over the past few years alone. Experts tie it to America's deepening divides. Political polarization turning online rants into real-world rage. A mental health crisis exploding in isolation, where 1 in 5 adults battle severe issues yet access to care lags. Add easy firearm access, over 400 million guns in circulation, and whispers of resentment roar into destruction. In Michigan, a state scarred by the auto industry's collapse, these hits tap economic ghosts, job losses breeding isolation, echo chambers radicalizing the vulnerable into seeing faith communities as symbols of the other. It's not about blame, left, right, or center, but the fracture lines cracking our social fabric, where faith, once a unifier, now draws fire from those feeling utterly lost. Communities are rallying, vigils lighting up Flint tonight, leaders from all faiths, and Governor Gretchen Whitmer calling for unity amid the heartbreak. But as patrols thicken, prayers turn wary, and the FBI digs deeper, we have to confront the hard question: how do we heal a nation where even God's houses bleed and sacred Sundays shatter into nightmares? Is it more security, better mental health nets, or finally bridging those divides before the next spark ignites? Stay with Libo News for updates as this unfolds. We'll be right here tracking every lead. What do you think? Is enough being done to protect our sacred spaces? Or are we just bracing for the next one? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like if this hit home, and subscribe for more unfiltered truth. In times like these, vigilance isn't fear, it's our shield. Thanks for watching Libo News. We'll see you next time.